Right everybody, welcome to a brand new vlog. We are doing the back nine at Warrington Golf Club with a little bit of a twist though. I'm going to use my irons only, but I can only use the same iron twice. So that's going to make the tee shots pretty hard, and then going to make the second shots pretty hard as well. So aim is to try and break par. I can only use the same iron twice. Let's go, hole 10, here we go. Okay, 78 yards to go, and the reason why I'm doing this vlog here is instead of it just being a standard course vlog, I want to try and teach you that when you're out on the golf course, it's not about just hitting the same shot all the time. If we've got to change our clubs because I've got to use a different one because I can't use it now, it means I'm going to have to learn and adapt to different types of situations. So normally I would hit a 54-degree wedge here, but I think I'm going to need that later on in the round. So I'm going to hit my 50-degree. I can open the club up a little bit more. I can play beyond the flag, grip down it. I can make this 50-degree play a little bit more like my 54. So let's see what we've got. Ball's a bit above my feet, so it should move a little bit to the left. Not bad, pitched a few feet beyond the flag and has run on out of that rough, but we will take that one to start off. So 4 iron and 50-degree have been used once. We'll see this shot counter down here at the side. We'll knock them off when we use them. Okay, up on the green, I've already come to a realisation that I may have made a mistake teeing off with a 4 iron, because I want to use my 3 iron for my par 5s. My 4 iron I should have saved for the 11th and the 14th because they're longer holes. So if I would have hit 5 iron, I probably would have had a full 50, and that's where this planning comes into it, instead of just walking up onto the tee and whacking it. But we've got a birdie putt. Let's give it a go. The greens are looking absolutely fantastic. If you ever get a chance to come and play Warrington, by the way, give Ray a call in the pro shop. Tell him I sent you, and you will get to enjoy the perfection that is Warrington at the moment. Let's give this a little roll. I tell you what, it stayed exactly where I hit it. I just didn't give it quite enough, but hey ho, we live and we learn. Little tap in here. Take care on these tapping kids, remember. Beautiful. Nice little par to start off with. Let's head over to the 11th and see what shot choices we've got. 4 iron again. I think this is the right club, but just playing it in my head, I think my mid irons are going to go like you wouldn't believe here. But 4 iron, let's give it a rip, straight down the middle, maybe a little bit of draw just to get a few more yards out of it. Oh no, that was not the draw we wanted. That was a push, and it's just clipped the tree. Not going to plan. Okay, so the green to the front of it is 240, 255 middle, 270 to the back. So I need to plan this out now, because I hit this big tree here, which wasn't the plan, and now left myself, obviously I'm not going to hit the green here with an iron, but thinking ahead, I probably want to hit like, I think if I hit 2 9 irons, there you go, 9 iron goes 150. So that's comfortably going to get me there. That is a little bit uphill, and also I can punch my first 9 iron out, make it go a little bit lower, and then I can hit another one from there. So 9 iron it is. So because of this canopy overhanging, I'm going to hood this a little bit and try and hit a bit of a draw down the right, bring it back into the fairway, leave myself hopefully another 9 iron. Perfect, slap bang in the middle of the fairway, and I reckon I've got about 130-ish maybe left, should be good. Okay, so it's 129 uphill. That was playing, it was actually 123 with the my slope playing 129 into wind as well, so the 9-iron should be pretty much perfect as we go through this now. Probably just need to choke down on it a little bit, so I'll go down my grip a little bit and maybe cut my swing off ever so slightly just to take a few yards off, but it's all in the planning. Need to get it close as well, because you know we don't want to make bogey. Okay, pretty good. Be about 20 feet, about pin high, I reckon. Not bad, we've got a chance of saving it. All about that planning. So not bad, pretty good leave distance wise. Tricky little putt. Gonna move a little bit right to left off this slope, but I mean 5 at the end of the day off that tee shot isn't a bad 5 at all. Oh, thought I had it. Thought I had it. Right then. Right, this is an interesting one. It's 241 yards this par 4. Up to the top of the little slope is 200 yards. So I think I'm going to tee off with a 6-iron because my 6-iron goes 190. And if I can get this drawing a little bit, hopefully up the left-hand side, it all bounces in and then it leaves me a pretty simple pitch. Obviously just made bogey there, poor tee shot, but like I say, got to take the rough with the smooth, get this one away, chip and a putt, and we're all good from there. So up the left, tiny bit of draw, or even just a strong, in fact I'm going to hit a fade down the left and let it bounce up. That should be good if it gets its bounce. Come on, feed in, miss that trap. Oh, literally 1 yard away from falling down onto the slope, but we're in a good position. So I'm gonna go 58 degree because I've got quite a bit of slope here and it still leaves me 158, and I don't think I'll need it unless I miss a green, but I can still use it again. And again, because the rough's quite heavy here, I think this is a shot where if I can birdie this, I can sacrifice, you know, one use of it. Float it over, about 35 yards, get it stiff, tap it in. I mean, we're just living the dream then. Living the dream. Land it about 15 foot shy, let it release up. About there. Go on then, go on then. I mean, just zoom on that. Just get it there, creeping next to the hole. We've got a tap in. It was worth using that 58 for once, so we'll go tap that in and then we're gonna get up onto 13. Oh, probably should have paid that a little bit more respect, but nice little tap in, back to level par, and we've still got a fair few clubs left to use. Let's get on to 13. So it's 141 to the flag. Wind's downwind quite a bit now. This is probably the perfect pitching wedge really for me. I could potentially use 9-iron and cut it in, but nice little wedge just at the centre of the green, because where that flag is as well, it's very, very tight to the right hand side, so I don't want to miss it and sacrifice using a wedge early on. So again, thinking about that's now making me change my strategy a little bit, play a little bit safe. I know that to the middle of the green it's going to be about 130. If I hit a nice one with a tiny bit of cut, I can cover the flag and hopefully make birdie, but let's see. Good pitching wedge here. Pick my target, good swing. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I got a little bit greedy and went flag hunting. Didn't feel great, stood over the ball, my setup didn't feel right, and I didn't change, which is probably what a lot of people do at home. So if you're ever feeling a little bit uncomfortable, don't just pull the trigger, because now I've left myself in a world of bother and I've got to try and sort that out. The place I didn't want to be, that I said I didn't want to be, we've ended up, but it's not too bad. I've got a little bit of room to land it in. I've got about 15 feet in between flag and the front, and then I've got about 20 feet after it. I'm going to take my pitching wedge though. I don't want to sacrifice that lob wedge yet. I just feel like I need it later on. So I'm going to open the face up here a little bit more to give me a bit more loft, and almost try and play as if I was going to slam dunk it, and accept that that poor shot off the tee is probably going to cost me a bogey. If I make par, fantastic, but I've got to understand I made a mistake. So ball a little further forward in my stance, let this upslope as well help me. Face open and slide it up. I mean, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but that could have been one of the best wedges I've hit in a long time. And that's what's great about this sort of style of play. It makes you challenge yourself and test yourself and actually be a bit more creative and learn to trust your swing instead of just plonk the ball down, go and hit it. So it's definitely worth, when you're out playing your next 9, mix it up a little bit. Let's get the putter, tap that one in, move on to 14. There we go, nice little par. Embrace that little bit of creativity and made a good up and down. Let's get over onto 14, and I think these next 3 holes, 14, 15, 16, are going to be where club selection is going to play a crucial part and become pretty tricky as we're going through it. So 14th hole, 400 yards. I'm going to get the 3-iron out, get it lashed down there. I've got an 8-iron, I've got a 7-iron that I've not used yet, 6-iron once, so if I get a good one of these away, I would hope it'd be like a 7 or an 8-iron as we go through it. So good swing, should leave me in that zone. It's a good strike, it's drifting a little bit, needs a soft bounce. Okay, I'm pretty much plumb on the 150, so I would imagine I've got my 8-iron. Right then, not the best lie in the world, but 158 yards up to the flag. A 8-iron for me is normally 160, so pretty good yardage. Because of how it's sat, it probably will jump a little bit, so I'm going to grip down on it and hit a bit like I did with the 9-iron, a 3/4 one, aiming to land it a bit more middle of the green. Ball's below my feet as well, so it should move a little bit left to right, but let's see if we can execute a good swing and get away with another par. Doing as we said, moving a little left to right, and it's nice. It might have just trundled over the back edge, but I think we're okay, just because of that grass. I had to ease off on it, but pretty happy with that. Okay, so just pitched in there, and like I say earlier, this vlog really is to help us all understand that it's not just repetitive golf. Every situation's going to change, and if we can learn to adapt to it and learn to control it, then we can get better golfers. Every swing as well isn't a full out swing like that one there, my 8-iron. If I would have hit that full, I probably would have pitched at the back of the green and gone bouncing off, but pitched somewhere up there and it's rolled up to here. And obviously your skill level comes into this, and I think the more time you spend altering your practice and going through different little games instead of just making a full swing with everything all the time, you will then start to become a better golfer a lot quicker. Let's roll this one in anyway. This will be a great birdie. Oh, he went bold at it. He went bold, he was feeling confident, and he's overcooked it a little bit, but not to worry. It's only a simple little tap in. Nice and easy. Off we go. 4 at the moment. I'm quite happy with this this level of play. Although I made a great par on the last, I've just come to the realisation that I made a mistake. I was intending to hit my 3-iron on the par 5s. Obviously, I've used it once now, and the 17th is more of a hole where it could be required. So just shows you've got to think, you've got to plan sometimes. But here, 15th, 488 yards. My 5-iron goes 210 roughly, so if I hit this twice, that's going to leave me about 60 yards, which would be once where I could use my 54. So good swing down the fairway, hit it again, and job's a good one. Let's see where we end up. So I'm going to go 5-iron again. We're nicely in the fairway here. Like I say, if I get this one round about that 210, it should leave me 6 yards. I might even get closer because of the slope as we're going through. So rip it up, see what we're left with. It's a little bit above my feet as well, so it should move right to left. So I'm going to play up the right side of the fairway to see that I can encounter or allow for the slope as we go through it. So I've gone up the right, maybe a little bit too much up the right, but we should be okay. So I've hit it a little bit too far to the right and I've ended up in all this wispy rough now. I've used my 58 once, we've got 3 holes to go, potentially might need it on 17, but because I'm so down and the ball's going to run away from me a lot, especially out the rough, I'm going to use it again, open it up and try and make sure I don't need it later on. Got to literally land this just on the front to make sure it doesn't go running over. Sit, sit, sit. Okay, just flew it a little bit too far, but not too bad. I'm on the green for 3. See if we can hold a putt. Okay, so like I said, it was always going to run on a little bit because of coming out of the rough and being downhill, but sacrificed that 58 and we stayed on the green. I think if I'd have won 54, it would have been too hard to keep on, but hey ho. A little bit of left to right on this one. And even as I'm lining up putts and things like that now, I'm becoming a little bit more involved in the process again, and because I'm not just playing a normal 9 holes and I'm not that fussed, because now I'm thinking more about my tee shots, my second shots. When I get onto the green, it's starting to cement me getting back into a good process as we go through. Stay up, stay up, stay up, stay up. Oh my God. That is, I think 4 times we've shaved the hole now. But at least we're giving ourselves a chance every single time. Let's line that one. Always try and respect these little ones, even though they don't look much. We can all sit in the bar afterwards and think, oh, what if? There we go, another par. We stay at level par. We've got 3 holes to go, but we are starting to run out of golf clubs now. Let's get up on 16. So as we see there, that flag is really tight to the right hand side. It's 140 yards, which normally would be a 9-iron. Now the wind's a little bit into, so I can hit my 8-iron because I've used my 9-irons twice now. I've got 1 8-iron left to use after using it on 14. But what this allows me to do, again, like teaching myself, that's not a flag I really should be going at, because if it's just leaked slightly right the ball, it's going to miss, it's going to trickle off to the right hand side, and I'm in a world of bother. As where if I play a little bit beyond it, because red flags here are at the front, so if I could play to 150, let's say, and more to the left of it, I've got a massive landing zone, as opposed to there, it's really, really tight. So again, if I walked up and just looked at 141 as a yardage, didn't take anything into account, I'd hit my 9-iron. As where now, taking in this information, I choose the right club and I give myself a bigger advantage. Even if I don't quite hit my best shot, I'd still hopefully be in a better position if I just hit a slightly worse one with a 9-iron. So let's give this 8-iron excuse me, this 8 iron to go. See how we get on? I'm going to play about 25 feet left of the flag and hit a little fade. If I hit it straight, it's fine. If I fade it, I'm good. Good tempo. Perfect, just fading slightly to the middle of the green. I'm not even my best strike there, but like I say, because I've given myself this little buffer with this club, I'm now putting for birdie. Up on the green, like I said there on the tee, I've literally played slap bang to the middle of the green, and it is this planning and preparation. Like I said earlier as well, it's all about your skill level, and the more you get this under your belt, a little bit of practice instead of going out, your skill's just going to grow and grow and grow. If you're just doing the same thing every time, you go play your same 9 holes, you do exactly the same, you're just going to get good at what you're doing there potentially, or just keep doing the same faults that you're doing as well, changing it up, mixing it up, you start to learn a little bit. Okay, pretty straightforward putt here. Might move a little bit to my right, but good roll. Let's see if this is the one that we can drop finally. Oh, do you know what? I felt like I pulled that ever so slightly, but again, the greens are rolling that good. If you choose your line and you hit it on the right line, everything is great about them, and they would stick to where you hit them. So again, it's another par. We stay at level par. We've got a par 5, then a long par 4 coming up to finish with. Currently, I think I've got no 5 irons left, no 4 irons left. I've got 1 3 iron, 1 6 iron, 2 7 irons, and a pitching wedge, and my 54. So we've got a little bit to go at, but not a massive amount. So the 17th, a par 5, 498 yards. Like I say, I've got my 2 iron I can use, or 3 iron I can use once. I've got 1 6 iron, 2 7 irons, 2 54s, 1 50, and 1 pitching, no pitching wedge actually, I use those all on there. So I've not got loads of clubs left. What I'm going to do normally, and it's quite refreshing this for me as well, because normally I just stand on here, smash driver, hit like 5 iron or 6 iron. I'm going to play this hole how it should be designed. So I'm going to tee off with a 6 iron. We should be hitting it 166 3 times to get on the green. I'm going to hit my 6 iron, then try and smash a 7 iron to leave me a 50. That leaves me 1 7 iron and a 2 iron for the last hole. So 6 iron, it goes 190. Let's see if we can maintain this par streak. Good shot, choose your target, go through your normal routines, and let's give it a go. Oh, a little bit heely that one, so it's not going to get as far as I would like. Ooh. Good news is it's gone slightly in the rough, so I might be able to get a flyer and get a little bit more yardage out of the next one, but let's get down there, find out. Right, this is handy. So we've got 298 to the flag. I've got 200 to the water. So if I hit my 7 iron, that should go about 175, which then would leave me 125, which is going to be perfect for a 7 iron and then a 50-degree wedge. So also my 7 iron isn't going to get me into that water. If I was not thinking about it, I could pull 6 iron, get a bit of a flyer out of this lie, and then I've ended up bouncing into the water, all because I just haven't taken a minute to think. So I'm going to go 7 iron, pretty much just straight down the fairway, leave me that 50-degree in. Oh, it's come out beautiful out of that rough. Should get that full yardage, a little bit into wind, but bouncing down. Yeah, that's about 175. It's about 10 yards, 20 yards short of the water by the looks of it from here. Perfect from a 50 now. Left it in that nice position. Again, a calculated layup as we look at it. 113 yards that I've got to go, so good for that 50-degree. Pins at the front so I can cover 120 comfortably with this. So I'm just going to go down the grip ever so slightly again, just to get my yardage, take dead aim, maybe just slightly right because the ball's just a hair above my feet, but in a good spot now to stick one in close. Okay, we're on about 20 feet pin high, not bad, not my best strike in the world there, but job's done. Pretty makeable putt here, about 15 feet right to left. Let's give it a go. Oh, I've not hit it. That's the first one I've not hit. Final hole, we're level par. Bit upset I didn't make that birdie putt. It was the first one I didn't really hit. But other than that, we've got my 3-iron left, 1 7-iron and 2 54-degree wedges. So we've got enough clubs to make a solid 6, but we don't want that. We want a birdie. I need to hit this about 240 to leave me a 7-iron in. So fade it down the left. I think just a good swing with this, and because it's a little bit drier and bouncy, it should be the ticket to get us home with a 7-iron. And all that planning was worth it. And I've got my fade down the left hand side. This should get a great bounce. Yeah, keep chasing, keep chasing. And it looks like it's actually not too far away from the 150 marker, so we should be able to get that 7-iron out. Let's go and stiff it, make birdie. Okay, so safely down the fairway. Actually hit it a little bit too far. I've only got 165. The wind is a little bit down as well, so 7-iron normally carries 176. So I'm going to go down the club again. Again, the whole theme of the video being creative, not just playing your normal shot. This is just feeding into it. So a nice little fade down the grip, commit to it. The pin's pretty much slap bang as well, so I can, you know, really go at this flag here. So I'm going to play the ball a little bit further forwards in my stance as well, just to take a little bit more off it and add a bit more loft to the club. So pick my target, commit. Oh no, 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 get over that trap. Yeah, it was just too much club there, and I've ended up just pulling it a little bit through the back, but let's see if we can get up and down with a 54. This is not the place we wanted to finish the video on, because although it looks like it's lying all right, it's quite heavy rough. I'm on a down slope, so the possibility of going under it is quite high. Not got the wedge I want, but again, you've got to embrace the situation. I have, to be fair, got quite a bit of green I can land this on and let it run. Now, normally I try and throw it quite far, but what I've got to make sure is that good contact. Like I say, the club is pretty much just going underneath the golf ball, so I've got to make sure I'm lent with the slope now. But just see now that's there. I'm just gonna chop it through, hold the loft a little bit, try and flop it maybe 5 or 6 feet just onto that front part, and then just let it carry on down to the flag. Maybe open the face as well, like I say, because it's not my desired wedge, but speed, commitment. Let's see what we get. That was always the Rory there. Sit, sit. Do you know what? For a 54-degree and out of that lie and that shot, that's not too bad. So again, it's teaching me to be creative, learning how to play different shots. Let's see if we can go and finish off with a little tap-in par. I feel like it's meant to be. I've not holed a putt yet, all 9 holes. I've come very, very close. And now I've got this about 13 feet, tiny, tiny bit right to left for my par to finish level par with my irons only. Yeah, and just by the skin of the teeth it drops in, so we didn't break par. I shot level par, but do you know what? I think that's a fantastic way for people to actually start getting more out of the games. And even when you're going out, changing up a little bit what you do. Come out, play different types of games, learn different shots, get creative, and you're ultimately going to get more out of your game. Guys, thanks for watching this video this week. Big thanks to Warrington, like I say, pure at the moment. If you get a chance to come and play, do come and play here. It's gorgeous. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button as always, and I'll see you in the next video.